there's no one, just because I turned on the camera, and yeah, there physically cannot be anyone. Just like waiting for the stream to start. 37 minutes before it usually starts. We're early today, folks. Stream elements. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It's good to see. It's always good to see people, including stream elements. Hello, stream elements. Welcome to the stream. I think you all get a bit of a lower pitch voice than I usually have, just because I stream early in the morning. Retold. There's a discount right now on Age of Mythology. Better than ever. What did they do? So, plays mythical gods and smell your enemies in this award-winning mythological role-based game. Okay. Premium edition. I don't know what it all means. I already bought Age of Mythology. I don't know why I need this. Alright. Cool story, bro. Let's get to what we want. The farmer was replaced. There we go. We played 2.8 hours already. Didn't feel like 2.8 hours. Felt like much less. Alright, folks, you hear the music. Let me open the scene tab. And I think, oh yes, you see it. Let's look at our options carefully here. So we like the music, we want it. It's just we want to make sure errors audio. Volume, for me it's a little bit loud. This is quite good. Drone volume, I'm going to lower it, because that drone is pretty damn loud. SFX volume, ambience volume. Ooh, look at this. What the fuck? We have so many carrots. Alright, back. Or load. Is this what we had? Load? Wait, load? Wait, what? Wait, where's our save at? Wait, what the hell? Monday? Why is it not loading? What the fuck? Excuse me. Farmer, please. Put player log. We played yesterday. Stream options, outputs, saves. Save Jason. Bush farm, main plant carrots. So yeah, these are all here. That's really good. Cancel. Save Jason, bulletins, plant carrots. How do I make it load Monday? Just load it. Why is it not working? No, come on. Save 0 JSON. 0 kilobytes. Come on. Choose an app on your PC. G. License. Okay. Steam. Is there a Steam? Well, let's search for farmer. Go. The farmer was replaced. Alright, chose the farmer was replaced the application. Let's see how it works. Hey, Jim the Dandy. Sorry, I haven't seen on your messages. 527. Hello, Jimmy Dandy. It's already loaded. Look at your resources. Yeah, I know. Oh, so I can just start. Damn, Jim. Thank you. You're right. It was already loaded. Nice. Cool. It's already loaded. Just hit start. It's already loaded. Just don't delete your stuff. Just hit the start button. Same injection is. Oh my god. No, good. Morning, Jim the Dandy. Thank you for being here and helping us out. Probably would have spent 20 minutes on this. All right. Cool. Jim the Dandy. You're the one that introduced us to all this madness. So thanks for that. So today we're going to get back to it. We're going to do one more day of it. I think we might do 3 days in total. And then we are going to get back to hacking. I think we're going to get revenge on more things before. So yeah, pretty cool. Thanks for being here, Jim the Dandy, and let's start. The first thing that I wanted to do was to solve the tree thingy, right? Because let's do bush farm. Wait, that's not how we did it, no? Or is it? Oh yeah, it's planting trees. Now there's an awful thing going on, is that this tree grows kind of fast, but these ones grow extremely slow. This one's the worst. And the reason for that is because trees take a long time to... Trees don't like to be around other trees. Basically, that's it. Oh, nice. All right, so this is the whole story about it. Okay. Your stream might be picking up on the wrong game instance, stuck on the start menu side. Oh yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm just pausing this. Yeah, it is. I see it now. Thanks, Jim. All right, what do I do here? I go on here. If I reset it. There we go. Yep. Just resetting it was okay. Alright, let's go back to bush farm. Okay. So we have plenty of carrots. That's really good. It's just that trees are not really... Ooh. Here it tends to replace. So... Alright, we're gonna stop here. And we're gonna improve this code, the bush farm part, so that it alternates a bit between tree and carrots and stuff like this. Because as you saw, trees, let's go in our information tab here. But trees, if we go over here, trees will, so if you plant trees on every tile, they will take 2 times 2. So trees are a better way to get wood. Vladimir, hello, what's up? I'm good. Good. We're going back to our way of planting trees, and just playing the farmer was replaced again. So really good for us beginners to understand how Python works and try to get better at it so that we can script better things like this. So we good, we good. Oh, wait, is it showing us? Wait, it showed us what? Ooh, the div. Oh, wow, it showed us a tip. Actually. Trees. So there's a percentage divide. There's a percentage. I said percentage could be useful. I say we first try to do it ourselves, and then we look at the solution of what is better. So my thought is, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Okay, nice. So you can see on the top right here, I want to show you with my fingers, but obviously that's not going to work. You can see x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2. So we have the coordinates, and we can see here that trees, they give off 5 wood each. Like bushes, they can be planted on grass or soil. Trees like to have some space, and planting them right next to each other will slow down their growth. The growth time is double for each tree that is on a tile directly to the north, east, west, or south of it. Okay, so if we plant this one is influenced by this one, and this one. This one's the worst because it has 3 here. It has three trees over it, so it takes twice as long. 2 times 2, it takes 8 times as much as a normal tree that has more space to grow. So we have to figure out how we do it. What if we did every 3 was a tree? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would actually work perfectly. That would work perfectly, you know? 1, 2, 3. So here there would be a tree. 1, 2, 3. Here there'd be a tree. 1, 2, 3. Here there'd be a tree. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, there wouldn't be a tree because the tree would be over there. 1, 2, 3. The tree is not going to be there. 1, 2, 3. The tree is not going to be there. So we can make it so that every 3, there's a tree. How's that? While true, plant crop. Okay. So you're going to plant a crop. I'm going to say... so we need to find a variable that's called... So... For I in range, get world size, move plant crop. And we said that crop, if crop is equal to... If crop is equal to what, then when do we plant trees? Bush farm. This is main. Plant carrots. Plant crop. If crop is equal to 1, if plant trees. Plant tree is 1. Play tree is 1. You'll need to make code for the movement pattern. Yeah, you think so? We already have that, no? Jim the Dandy? Move east, move stuff like this. Plant crop. We just need to set what the crop should be. So here's gonna move, it's gonna plant the crop. And then how do we do that? Whenever it resets here, it starts planting another crop. That's how we did it. And then whenever it resets here, it will start planting another crop. So whenever it goes back up is the trigger. So I think we might want to change that a little bit. We want to have... how do we want to have it? I think we might want to do every 3. We want to have crop being a lot more present. That pattern you were using is different. You need something like loop 1 north to end of world east, loop to south of world east. That's kind of what the robot is doing. I'm not sure if you've seen recently. I was doing this. So it's kind of making that pattern, right? we only have one wood. We have to collect some. No, we're okay. We're okay without trees. So one's the one that produces fastest because simply it doesn't have a. It only has one neighbor here, so it only does it twice as slow. Well, these guys are struggling big time. 1, 2, 3, so it grows super slow. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So nice. Okay, I was a bit scared, but not really scared. I was like, oh, really? Did we do something different? But okay, cool, nice. So I think Jim the Dandy. What I'm thinking about doing here is just to have. Are you gonna farm that? Nice. Okay, we farmed 3. Okay, we can stop now. So what I'm thinking is that we can just change a crop every 3, right? Move crop. So we already create a variable, plant crop. And then we can do... We can change every 3. So while true, you're gonna plant a crop. Okay. So we start with that. I don't know why we should start with that. Because then it moves north. Then plants crop. I don't think we need that. Because if we get that, basically, this over here, it's going to make it simpler. And this over here is going to be skipped once. And then it's going to get done afterwards. So I think it's not too bad. So does that make sense? So we're going to skip this already and move north directly. Which I think is okay. Right, because afterwards it's going to end up here and it's going to move north and move over here. And then it's going to plant a crop. So for iron range, plant crop, and then you move east. Okay. Plant crop is also harvest plus planting the crop. I forgot about that. So plant crop is equal to, you plant carrot, and if we look at carrot, for instance, if it can harvest, it will harvest. If the ground is not equal to the ground that carrots need, then it flips it over, it tills it. Till, folks, I didn't know about this, but it's basically flipping over the ground. It's a farming thing. And then we want to plant carrots. So this is the 3 types of definitions that we have. Folks, I'm not sure if all of you are following. We're playing a game that's called The Farmer Was Replaced. It's an automation game where we use Python to automate a farm. And so right now the challenge that we're trying to that we're going to solve, I have to stop saying trying to, because we clearly are going to do it, is to spread out the trees enough. Because the more neighbors trees have, the more neighbor trees have, the slower they grow. So we want to have them spaced out. And so we're going to change the layout of how we build our factory, our farm. And the way we're going to do this is by creating a variable here that we already have actually, crop, and alternating it basically between 1, 2, and 3. I wonder to what extent we don't want to create a range. I don't know, 1, 2, and 3 is fine. We could do a range, but 1, 2, and 3 is fine. For I in range, get world size -1. Okay, move north, plant crop, move east. Okay, plant crop. Okay, so what we need to do is basically change the crop value. I think we'll need to do crop is equal to plus equal 1, and then this we'll need to copy it a few more times. So move north. Here we put this. Crop is equal to +1. And then this, and then this. Does that make sense? So basically by doing this, we're creating an array where it's gonna first crop carrots, and then it's gonna do trees, because tree is set as number 2. Here, tree is set as number 1, and then crop is set as number 2. So it's gonna do hay. Sorry, excuse me, I'm not very clear. Hay is gonna be the 3rd one to be planted, right? So if crop is equal to 3, crop is equal to 0. This basically resets it back to planting carrots. I think this makes sense. Let's see it. Control C. We want to put it kind of everywhere. Move east, plant crop. Okay, maybe we want to plant crop here. Let's put it here. We could also transform this into a function. Transform plant crop. I think we should put it here too. Hello. Oh no, I didn't have the source. Alert box. Oh no, the alert box was behind. Hello everyone. Properties, let's say order. Move to top. Oh no, the alert is gone. Folks, no. Hello everyone. I'm not sure who's here, but welcome. Welcome everyone. I think if I open Twitch chat, I'll see it. I have multi-chat. We have here. Okay. Ah, Shy Hat. Hello, Shy Hat. Hello. Good morning to you. Good evening. Hip Hop Hack. Hi everyone. Good to see you. Thank you very much for bringing your viewers, Shy Hat. Good to see you, and thank you for being on the chat yesterday. You're very active lately. Folks, welcome. This is our stream, so today we're doing The Farmer Was Replaced. And Shy Hat yesterday told us that this is a game that he already played. And so what we're doing, Hip Hop Hag, hello, Seg Fault, welcome. We're gonna play a game. We're playing a game right now. It's called The Farmer Was Replaced. It's a farming / programming game, probably more programming, and farming is just the excuse to do it. So we are currently having a farm and it's going beautifully. As you can tell here, we have carrots, we have trees, and we have bushes with grass. And here are our resources. I gotta get something to eat, but have a good stream. Thank you, Shy Hat. Hello, hello. Hey, XR. Yes. No, I'm early. I usually connect a little bit later. Today I woke up naturally. I'm like, okay, might as well. So, folks, we're planting different things here. We're planting carrots, we're planting trees, and we're planting bushes. And there's a little challenge that we're facing at the moment, is that we have trees, and these trees do not like to grow next to other trees. So if there's a tree here, here, or here, in any cardinal direction, but not diagonally, diagonally does not matter, then it's going to grow slower by a lot. So what we need to do is make sure that they have enough space to grow, because here they took forever to grow. So what I suggest that we do is that we insert in our existing code, we insert a crop factor that switches it out. I mean, crop +1, if crop is equal to 3, then this. Look, just trust us on this one. I think we're gonna get this well. We're gonna do the same thing here. Crop is equal to +1, plant crop. Hey, thank you very much for following Certified 42. Hello. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the squad. So this basically here, crop +1. I don't know if I should explain you the whole code. I think so, no? So you can understand a bit more? I think you'll get it as long as well. But the idea is that we plant different things. If we can harvest, then we'll harvest. And then we'll plant different crops based on where we are. Based on where we are in the loop. So then it should alternate quite well. You'll see, folks. It'll make sense. Crop is equal to +1. And this we put after. Okay. Move east, plant crop, crop +1. Okay, that should work. All right, let's see it. There's an error here. If, oh yeah, this should not be indented. Oh yeah, okay, crop is equal to this. 4 should be moved here. All right, plant crop, crop +1, if crop is equal to 3. Here the +1 is before. Crop 1 is before. Crop 3 is before. Okay, so that's good. If this, then this. Okay, I don't see why there's an indent here. There's a problem with indents here. If, okay, this one's good though. Because this one is in the for loop. Ah, but this should also, no, this should not be in the for loop. All right, let's see it. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks, folks. Hope you're excited. Let's click here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, it's kind of working. Kind of not as well. So there is some good news, is that I think the trees are growing faster because they don't have so many neighbors. But same time, wow. This is looking messy. This is looking messy, folks. But I mean, it works, right? The thing is that they're next to each other still here, right? The trees are next to each other every time. Except this time. Here. The good thing as well, I want to, if I can point out the good things as well. Hip Hop, I'm late. Yes, hello. Hip Hop, yeah, but you're late, sick in the mind. It's all good. So, sick in the mind, folks, we're pursuing what we did yesterday, which is the farmer was replaced, so automation game. Now, now you can see here it's running all the code. So that's pretty good. Now, we still have the issue of the tree. This tree is growing super fast. In great part because it doesn't have neighbors. As it was explained to us. And here it's already ready to be harvested. This tree is like the most productive tree by a long shot. So folks, we'll stop this. And we're going to work on improving everything. So let's stop this from the start. How do we make sure that how do we start from the start? Okay, stop. We're going to play it one by one here. So here, let's print. So, okay, here, plant. So here, plant's crop is equal to 0. So plant crop is equal to 0. Now it's running the line and crop is equal to 0. If it can harvest, it will harvest. So it harvested because it can harvest. Now, if ground type is equal to is not equal to ground soil, then you till. So it's now it's going to till. And then it plants carrots. That's what we want. Then if crop is equal to 1, okay. Crop is equal to +1. So we're going to improve to type 2. The if loop here is not completed. I hope it makes sense. It's pretty it's pretty complicated. I don't know if I would get it immediately if I came onto a stream. And then you move to the next one. Move north. You plant the crop. Here we're on plant tree, so it should plant a tree, or actually harvest. Plant tree. So if it can harvest, it harvested, and now it's going to plant a tree. Cool. Makes sense. So now the thing is, it does it every 3, and then it should do 1, 2, 3, right? Then it should do 1, 2 carrots, and then 3 again. So that's not good because the trees are next to each other then. How can we make it more efficient, folks? There's a thing here there's a tip here, I think, folks, that we could use. I clicked on it. I'm not looking at it yet. But I think it makes sense because I don't know what the percentage operators can do here. Ooh, the percentage operators can be useful here. Remember that the percentage operator returns the remainder of the division. Even numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 0, and odd numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 1. So you can check if a number is even like this. Not a cheat to read the manual. True. True. I mean, it's a manual. Yeah, that's true. It's a tutorial as well on Python, right? Even if numbers divided by 2 have a remainder of 0 and odd numbers have a divided by 1, so you can check if a number is even like this. But why would we want even? So you can alternate, basically. Return n div 2 is equal to 0. How can we make sure that doesn't have any trees adjacent? We can create an if function that checks if there's an x before it. If there's a tree in the x before it. Does that make sense? Here's what I'm thinking, folks. What if we do every other one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. This would be adjacent every time if we did every other one. Actually, if we did half of them were, and we already got 2k hay, maybe we can just do between crop. We can change this to be 2. To reset to create a variable between 2. Does that make sense? We're going to create a variable between 2, and we're just going to plant carrots and trees. I think we're okay on hay for now. Is equal to 2. We're going to reset it. So I think it's just going to alternate between tree and carrots. That's all there's going to be to it. Trees and carrots, and then we can just, with this, we can just, what can we do with just this? I think it's gonna work. We're just not gonna plant bushes. Let's see it. Let's see it, folks. Yes. Look at that. Oh wait, what happened here? That changes everything. No, 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 no. Something happened here. No, 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 no. Yeah. So we're okay. Let's Okay, it's a bit better. It's a bit better already, so that's really nice. Stop here, and then we're gonna take it step by step from here. Oh no, what did I do? So we have to stop right before it reaches there. So there you see it reset. Let's do it again. So there, we have to stop it there. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do it step by step. Harvest. Here we have a tree, which is really good. Now moves east. It plants a crop, but the thing is it plants a crop before changing. So the thing is, it already changed here. It already changed after. And now it's moving. It's planting a crop actually. Jim the Dandy, if crop is equal to 2, then crop. If crop is equal to 0, the misstep. Causing the misstep. Oh, you think so? The crop is equal to 2. And the crop is 0 is causing the misstep. Huh. So let's see here. It moves south. So it moves south here. And so by doing so, it promoted to 2, change the 2 to 3. Where in this one? Interesting logic. Yeah, I agree. It's pretty interesting. So change the 2 to a 3. But the 3 will also plant a bush, and we don't want a bush. We don't want a bush here, so let's check out what's happening here. We move south, we plant a crop. The crop index is equal to 1. Is equal to +1. And so when it exits the range and moving south, wait, I'm probably wrong. My bad. It's all good. It moves out of the range. It then shifts to move east and then plants the crop. I don't see why it's bugging. I think if we move this earlier, maybe we could fix it. I'm pretty sure this could fix it. But I don't know to what extent it's going to be right. All right, let's see it. If crop is equal to 2, then we move to 0. Let's see it. Play. Okay, so far so good. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It's worse, actually. Well, I don't know if it's worse. There's definitely some shift going on here the first time it goes down there. So let's stop it here. Move east is the place that's not going right. So let's do it there. Okay, so it's right here. Move east. What is a crop equal to? The crop is obviously equal to... Here we just planted a tree. So the crop is equal to 1 means tree. So if we do a +1, it's going to shift to 2. It's going to shift to 2, and that's good. That's what we want. And then it's going to shift back to 0, which means carrot. And so it's going to do that. I think it's going to plant a carrot. Plant crop. Plant crop 0 carrot. Oh no, it's equal to 1 again? How is that equal to 1? It's going to plant a goddamn tree. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, let's run it again. Let's run it again then. Pause, play again from here. We'll pause it a little bit earlier. So here it's just planted a carrot. And so now it's going to go... You might want to print functions after each time. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. But I think we can see it because visually you can see what it's doing. So here it's just planted carrots. So it's planting crop here. If plant is equal to 0, then you plant a carrot. So it's not equal to 0. So it starts a plant tree. Plant tree. So it harvested and then it plants a tree. Then then it it finishes the function if function, but it doesn't need it. So then it goes crop +1. And then because it was equal to 1, it now equals to 2. And so therefore it now equals to 0. As you can set, it's set to 0 now. And then it moves east, and then it does crop +1. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that it would do that. I think this is extra. We don't need it. Because here it's been doing it, so it does it twice. So this does not need to be here. Plant crop. Now there's an issue here, is that this, we're going to go back at the start of the loop. And we're going to do plant crop without. I think we need to do it twice here. Let's try doing it twice. Let's see what happens. I think we need to do it twice. If this crop +1. Yep, I think this is going to work, folks. I think we found it. Oh no! We were overly good. All right, let's follow Jim the Dandy's advice and print some stuff. So the issue, folks, is happening right here, and we're gonna do this, and here we're gonna print. Quick print, I think there is. Quick print. Quick print. Crop. All right, let's see it. Start from the beginning. All right. So where's our output here? Trees. Oh, maybe we can close this. Where's our output? Again, let's check out what quick print does and where it gets exported. Quick print. Quick print. All right, prints a value just like print arguments, but doesn't stop to write it in the air, so it can only be found in the output page. Where's the output page? Where's the output page, folks? Is it for code? Yes. This is for upgrades. We can upgrade different things. With 2,000. Wow. We have the fastest bot possible. We need 500 for yield of grass. Yield of carrots. We need this. Water. We have so much money. Alright, we don't need this right now. What we need is efficient code and figuring out why this is not working. Jim the Danny is telling us, the output window is hard to find. You gotta find it in the print instructions. It'll be one of the debug things. Alright, so I see debugs here. Your code doesn't work and you need to find out why. There's a couple of tools you want. The first step is to execute the program step by step. Breakdowns can be added by clicking on that. It will automatically switch to step-by-step mode. Print to this. Print can harvest. The output page. There we go. Output.txt. Oh, you don't see it. It opened. So for me, it opened a notepad function that says 10101. I'm going to keep it on my other screen over there. Just for a second, I'll tell you what comes out of it. So the latest number here is 1. 1. And where are we in the code? But the thing is, we kind of left the code. Alright, so let's run it. Wow, it's going even faster now. Alright, let's close this. Output.txt. Okay, oh, there we go. So 1. Well, that's kind of hard. Maybe I shouldn't have to increase the drone speed. So here, 2 at the bottom here, it does this. Moves east, then quick plant crop. How about this, folks? This whole +1 thing is kind of hard. I suggest that we insert it into the functions. Plant crop, crop rotation should be automatic. It should be in the functions. Let's delete them all. And we'll be happier this way. Plant for I move rand, plant crop, we can remove this. I think that's a mistake we typically make. And by we, I mean I. We think, well, let's use in the code, it'll be good, but then we always move to functions because it's just a lot clearer. I think we should do a new function. That's called, that takes in an argument. That takes in no argument. Maybe we can take an I here. No, I think it's okay. So I think every time we do a plant crop, we should change it there. How about this? And then we change it for the next one. We set crop is plus equal to 1. How's that? Just at the end there. And if crop is equal to 2, then we return crop is equal to 0. How's that? I think we just put this here and then I don't think there should be any confusion anymore. Alright, let's see it. For science, I started with a threshold type system. Ooh, what's a threshold type system? Error from plant import plant crop. Error, this is not a valid system. Then, oh yeah. So let's run this. So the system is aware of it, and now run this. Okay, it just prints carrots. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, let's just let it collect the carrots. See how fast our wood is decreasing? Because wood is what we use to grow this. Okay, so it's not really working. Threshold system. So whenever there's this many woods or stuff, we can switch to different productions. That's pretty smart. I think this is what you mean, right? When there's a threshold reached here, then we want to do something different. If crop is equal to 2, and crop is equal to 0. The thing is, yeah, we set crop to equal to 0 here. So crop is equal to 0. It's going to plant that crop. Is equal to 0, then threshold is equal to 3000. If hay is shortened, then wood over threshold add conditional mod for the tree instead of a bush. Add conditional to mod for tree instead of a bush. If carrot threshold, pumpkin, etc. threshold. Nice. I think we can do that later. Honestly, I just wanna figure this out first, how to spread out the trees, and then we can use all this combined knowledge to then set up thresholds. I'm super in for that. So before getting to this point, I want to check out how to not just plant carrots. How to not just plant carrots. How do we do it, folks? For I in range, get world size. For I in range, get world size. Okay, so then it moves. So what's wrong with our code here? Let's run it step by step. So I want you to stop here, start this. Okay, so it just cleared. Now it goes in there. Crop is equal to 0. Crop is going to plant a 0, which is a carrot. Then it, okay, plants, then plants a carrot. Plant that thing. And it goes here into the plant carrot thing, and then it's going to till. It plants the carrots, and then it moves north, right? For I in range. For I in range, then it goes to north, which is good. Wait. Ooh. Hold on, we didn't look at how plant crop. Plant equal to plant carrot. Oh my god, why is I still equal to 0? Why is crop still equal to 0? If crop is equal to 1, then you plant a tree. It's not there. If crop is equal to 2, then you do crop is plus equal to 1. Is it equal plus? Is it equal plus? Is that the reason why we're not doing it? Do we reverse it? You'll need to add the crop equal plus to the end of each statement. So yeah, you're right, Jim the Dandy. Instead of equal plus, we put plus equal. Let's see if this works. Nope, doesn't. Oh, fudge! You'll need to add the equal plus crop to the end of each statement. Does it? Do we? We could put it at the end of each statement. Okay, how about crop reset? We define here crop reset. Hey, Grey Hatter. Ooh, it's been a little bit. The instruction is add and then set. Maybe. I don't know. I'm tired, but I want to help, Lord. Thanks a ton. Jim the Dandy, I get it. Plus add and then set. So we have this. What's our issue here? If crop 2, crop equals to plus 1. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. This makes sense, this syntax. Crop counter, def crop counter. Def crop counter. So we're gonna set out new functions here, folks. I don't know why it feels a bit easier. It feels like it's gonna be a bit more. Would be set to 2 and then add 2 nothing. 2 to nothing because you don't set it. Oh, okay. So add plus equal and then set. Equal plus we set to 2 and then add 2 nothing because you don't set it. You don't need that function. Okay, we don't need that function. Do we? I think we can just put it in the other one, indeed. How's that? Crop plus equal 1. Oh my god, can we just do crop is equal to crop plus 1? Can't we just do that? Yeah. Plus equal 1. That's how it was before, huh? But it was still buggy. Then you need to add the crop plus equal 1 at the end of your plant crop function. Oh, well, if we do that, then it's never going to plant carrots. I think we need to do it before. So, Grey Hatter's turning the explanation mode on. Function crop makes a new crop. So crop plus equal 1 won't leak out that information. So crop plus equal 1 won't leak out that information. Won't leak that information. I'm not sure what you mean by leaking. Alright, let's try to... while Grey Hatter explains, let's try to understand. So let's move to the beginning, and then we'll set this. Okay, while true, plant crop. It plants a carrot. It's going to plant a carrot. Okay, that's cool. And then it's going to move to plus 1. So it should be 2. No, it should be 1 now, because it was 0. Yep, so it skipped that, and then it moved north, and I should plant a crop, and that crop should be... Why is it 0? His counter isn't incrementing because the crop he is calling is a local loop variable. That's correct. Okay. It's a global variable thing. Rename crop to new variable. And I need to change it here, no? Alright, let's say temp crop. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because from this. It's just a naming thing. Let's see it. Okay. Let's say we take plant carrots of temp crop. The thing is, we never really define it here. We never really define crop. Right, temp crop. Alright, so we can start with crop is equal to temp crop, but no, that won't work. The crop is calling that's, but what do I know? You would need to change it, yes. But with that new name, why would it increment? If crop, how about like we do a regular print? Okay, so we get an output 0. Output like 60, yeah, it has a 0 as well. It's strange. The thing is, it only increments it once. It should be printed more times, no? Quick print here. Doesn't change any time. It's just 0. Rather, after that function ends, what happens to temp crop? Do you save it or does it go away? That's a good question. So here we have temp. Okay, so the whole question, folks, for those that are following, or that are a little bit lost, including me, is we change here to temp crop from crop, just to make it easier, so that they wouldn't get involved in any entanglement between the two functions. If temp crop is equal to 0, then we plant a caret. But for some reason, it never gets to this point. Yeah, maybe it gets erased out every time, huh? Maybe that's what happens. If we do this before, I think it's just going to plant trees. Shall we try? Your crop is equal to this. If this is equal to this, I think we're just going to have trees. Let's try it. Yup. We're getting the slowest growth trees ever. Slowest growing trees. You see, so it doesn't really remember. Look, you can also take the crop thing from in here. Maybe you should set the crop in here. Crop is equal to +1 in here, no? And then the if statement over there. How's that? I'm just gonna try it. I wouldn't use globals. I wouldn't either. Oh, okay. Okay, Def Crampon needs to add the global. Okay. Jim the Dan. Alright, so we got the big guns coming out here. Temp crop is equal to 1, and 2 lines later you delete temp crop. Yeah? Okay, so let's go back to how it was before. Temp crop. And this. We're gonna bring it back down. Rather the function ends, what happened to the temp crop? Do you save it or does it go away? The global variable means something like, if you want to make a variable in a function, it only exists until the function is completed. If you want to make a variable in a function, it only exists until the function is completed. If you want to use a variable outside the function, you need to declare the global variable. If you want to use a variable outside the function, you need to declare a global variable. Okay. Def plant crop needs to add global variable at the top of the def, because to use the global variable, then it can increment the global variable crop. So, okay, so let's do, you want to do it there then? In bush farm. With plant crop. Okay, because it's important in this, maybe it gets treated in here. I wouldn't either, but here we are. I want to add it. Why would you delete it? If you want to add it, why would you want to delete it? To be fair, you don't have a choice. The function will delete if you don't save it somehow. So it has to be in here somehow, right? The whole +1 crop. What we can do is here. I'm down to change it back to crop, guys. Am I making a mistake here? Maybe. Alright, crop. It looks really clean like that. And then we put the crop plus equals to 1 after each function here. This is kind of useless. Plus crop +1. Plant crop, cross +1. Is the chat getting mad at me? Your plant crop should use logic to decide at the task level what crop is needed, instead of using round robin approach with an incrementer. Oh, maybe. What is round robin? But I kind of see what you mean. All right, let's see if round robin works. Oh yeah, it works. Oh yeah, baby. Give us that sweet stuff. What the fudge? Crop, okay. And then we, oh, because crop is equal to 0 here. I think this is messing it up. Alright, let's go. Oh, fudge. Oh, no, wait. No, this was good. Alright, sick in the mind is right. We should not be using this kind of stuff. It's poor programming logic. Round robin is basically 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can't do that. I have another idea. There's a time and place for it. Yeah. Yeah. And the good thing about, I think, hacking is that we get to be a little bit more messy. Unless we write tools that we're going to script and script and script and script, we can just, if it's a one-time hack, we can be a little bit messy. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're rule breakers, right? Our code is bound to be messy. Okay. So that's for when we become master hackers. Now, what's our go-to plan for improving this code, folks? Figuring it out, messing it up, learning new methods, and challenging the norm. Yeah. But for now, we need some clean farming. So how do we decide this? How about we do, sick in the mind, we're doing an array. A simple array. What do you call it? No, it's not an array. Array is numbers. A string that says carrot, tree, or hay. Yeah, you can already do that. But this is kind of what's similar to what we're doing, right? Doing a string. I think, though, what would make more sense would be something different. List? Yeah, doing a list, exactly. List could work, but ultimately, it's kind of what we're doing here. I think, you know, when we went to the trees here, Tree, gdzie jesteś? Tu es où, l'arbre? Arbre. Tree, where's the tree? Items, water, wood. Where's our tree? Okay, there we go. Here it shows that if def is even, then you do this. Does that make sense? For entity and entities, lol. Because entity is already a list. Oh, you're right. Wow, do we do a for loop inside a for loop inside a for loop? We could create a for loop here. Oh, I like that. I like how you think. But then we only want the first two. Can I want to do a new function. And this function is going to do print entities. Can we do that? Just print the word entities. Nice. You said print entities because the entities already list. Your entities don't equal your needs for resources. That's true. Maybe we can use for entities in range. This is what I kind of was trying to understand. Contains all plants. Fars can be integrated with a for loop. Yeah, for sure. Your resources should be your driver for farming. Yeah, I agree to that. But let's just do, for now, can we just do carrots and wood and then we do it later? Figure out the rest later. Because anyway, we need to figure out the tree positioning, right? How do we make sure that we do not have a tree next to another tree, for instance? I I think doing 2 cultures kind of makes sense. Do you, man? That's true. They gave you a hint. They did give us a hint. All right. Let's check out the hint again for trees. And so we can maybe use this for now. All right. Crop is equal to crop plus 1. So we got these. We got these. I think we need to get rid of this for now. So we're importing. Okay, let's delete this stuff. Plant crop. I think we're gonna need that. Plant crop, but the crop plus 1 is not super good. All right, we have a cleaner code now. Plant crop crop. Okay, so def is even, return n equal to 2. If it is even, can we stack up the y's, for instance? If y is equal to... If y is even, if the cardinal value of y is even, then we plant a tree. If it's odd, we plant a carrot. How's that? And it's going to work right now because it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 by 6 means that it's even. So that's going to work, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's going to be like a chessboard of whites. And if your resource need is wood, you should plant entities, bush. But if position X and guess Y gets in, then plant entities equal to tree. Oh. I want to always produce trees. My thinking is that trees are more efficient, therefore we should plant trees all the time. And we should find a way to make it happen. That was more or less pseudocode. I like how you did it. But if get position X and get position Y 2 is equal to 0, then plant entities. Maybe another way to do it would be to... Wow. Another way to do it would be to create a Python code that creates a matrix with each of the values of what needs to be done in these things, and then the robot just executes this matrix over and over and over and over again. This sounds like really fast code, actually. Your trees are efficient, but they're most efficient planted next to each other. Yeah, exactly. So my point is we want to always plant trees because they're more efficient, but we have to find a way to make them efficient all the time, as efficient as they can be, which is by not having any neighbors. All right, so move trees, plant crop. Okay. True. So we want to check if, so my thinking here, folks, is that we're going to take within the function crop, we definitely need the plant crop function here. Okay. Plant crop. Well, we're spending a bit of time on this, huh? Def plant crop. And then, but it's okay. Time is meant to be spent on planting trees. Def plant crop. So we're going to check the... We're going to do a simple if. If... I don't think we need to have anything here and here. Or can we just... Can you give in here... We don't need crop is equal to 0. We can give in here y value. What is it? How do we get the value for y? Get position y. Okay, get position y. Can I do this? Folks, let me know. Can I do this? Does this make sense? I spent hours playing this like a week ago. Wow, you really figured out your stuff. Did you listen to Jim the Dandy's advice and did it too? Okay, Jim the Dandy's got it. If get position x is equal to divided by 2 is equal to 0, do this. If position, we'll do that. Yeah, Jim the Dandy's got it. I think here this makes sense. So... if crop divided by a percentage 2 is equal to 0, then you plant underscore tree 1 2. Then we can do if. We can do it the other way around. We could have done an else. Whoopsies. Could do that. We want to do an else. Well, let's do an else. Else plant pet the piggy. That's really cool. Plant carrot. Still needs an else like this, no? How's that? Jim the Dandy, you have 4 crops, you could do this. Get position X percentage 2 is equal to 0, and if get position Y 2, drop crop 1. Yeah, so you're just guessing to add X to it. I think this should yield pretty good returns. Let's see. Let's see. Folks, moment of truth, it's bugging. Plant carrot. No! Wait, why? Why? No. No. No, we're close. So it goes 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Why? Why here? Plant crop. Because here it becomes 6 again. No. Ay. That's the weakness of using this. Oh man. Of course. Folks, the reason why this happened is because y is equal to 5 and x is equal to 1. Excuse me. Y is equal to 5 and then here y is still equal to 5. So it's going to make the same thing on fudge. So how about this? The sum of this is even. No, it's odd, and the sum of this is even. How about we do the sum of both? Sum of both position X and position Y. Get pos X. All right, folks, hang in there. It's gonna be like Space Mountain, or it's gonna get intense. All right, get position X, get position Y. Okay, so crop X, crop Y. Croppy. That's pretty cool. All right. Sum crop is equal to crop X plus crop Y. Sum crop. If sum crop is divisible by 2, oh fudge. Folks, hope you hung in your seats. This is gonna get wild. Oh, okay. There's already an error. Plant crop. Get position Y. Oh yeah, we need to do it everywhere. Damn, we didn't make this easy for ourselves. All right, paste this. Control V. All right, range. Get position Y. We need both here. Get position Y. Get position Y. All right, let's see it. Boom! Folks, only took us forever. Yoo-hoo! Look at this optimization. It's Carrot Haven. You got trees. Because Carrots Haven and not Trees Heaven because carrots enjoy. Carrots enjoy. Need trees. Ooh, what the fudge? Look at this, how fast it grows. So much tree. So much carrot. Nice, Jim the Dandy. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty smart to do the sum of X and Y. Because then we're pretty sure, as long as this is even. If this, even if this is 7. 7, 8. No, this pretty much guarantees that we have a quadrille thingy here. By summing up both. Do we have a... The chessboard setup is the best, basically. Or the checkers board is the best setup. Alright, we have upgrade, folks. Let's see, what can we buy? Alright, we're shopping. We need pumpkins. Pumpkins. Alright, let's get some pumpkins. Just purchase some pumpkins. Alright, let's read pumpkins here. Don't get distracted by all this flashing lights. Alright, pumpkins grow like carrots on tilled soil. Okay, planting them costs carrots. When all the pumpkins in a square are fully grown, they will grow further to form a giant pumpkin. Unfortunately, pumpkins have a 27% chance of dying once they are fully grown. So you need to replant the dead ones if you want them to merge. When a pumpkin dies, it leaves behind a dead pumpkin that won't drop anything when harvested. Planting a new plant in its place automatically removes the dead pumpkin. So there's no need to harvest it. Can't harvest, always return false on dead pumpkins. Okay. 1 times 1 pumpkin. Ooh, pumpkins. Ah, so pumpkins enjoy being together on the opposite. A giant pumpkin depends on the size of the pumpkin. The yield of a giant pumpkin depends on... Okay. A 1 times 1 pumpkin yields... It's a good idea to get at least 6 by 6 pumpkins to get the full multiplier. 125 instead of 25. Wow. So you want to do the whole board of pumpkins, basically. That works for hard coding your plants, I suppose. I'm not sure if I'll you here. Okay. But it's a good idea to get at least 6 pumpkins to get the full multiplier. Okay. Cool. Can we get a bigger board, maybe? Alright, we have wood. We can increase this. Yield of grass as well. 12,000. Alright, speed. We on full. Bush. Print. Okay, to expand we would need some pumpkins. Alright, trees increases. Oh, okay, we're kind of low on hay here. Oh, we have a lot of tree. Alright, so let's do as we don't have a lot of hay. As you can tell, we're spending hay here because carrots cost hay. So we can stop everything here. Honestly, wow, it grows so fast. It's really nice to see. So I think if we If we lack trees, we can always go back to this setup. I think it's the most efficient for farming trees. For farming trees, yeah. So maybe instead of plant carrots, we can call it plant trees. Plant trees setup. Alright, so bush farm. Let's see this one. This is kind of confusing. Plant carrot. Def plant crop. Okay. So we're going to keep this there for now. A man looks at his hay stores. He looks at the carrots. He looks at the hay. He questions everything. Exactly. And we should make this robot here question everything too. But cool. We're very rich on wood and carrots, especially wood. Trees are crazy efficient for that. 20 wood it gives us. $31,000. Holy moly, folks. We have so much more to do. So much more growth. Alright, pumpkins. Alright, so pumpkins, we need to have a bit more... We need to start planting pumpkins. And apparently pumpkins just love having a ton of space. The upgrades get higher than that, lol, yeah. I bet. Yeah, if you can get improved efficiency. So, let's do a massive farm of pumpkin. Bush farm, main are all gonna go over here. Can make a nice little sandwich. And this is gonna be pumpkin farming. Pumpkin farming. I'm not sure that's how you write pumpkin. Does it have a P? Pumpkin? I think so, no? So, we're just gonna do... I think plant carrot is a really useful function. Def plant hay. We're gonna do another variable. Def plant pumpkins. Pumpkins, the upgrades get higher than that, right? Yeah, okay. This, def plant pumpkins. And plant pumpkins, we're gonna... So, here we have a little bit of a challenge. We know that pumpkins... What does water do? I wonder why we have water. Use water to ground by calling items use water. You have 723. Watering. What does it do? Plants grow faster when they are watered. The ground has water ranging from 0 to 1. The functions get water returns the water level of the ground it is over. The ground speed of a plant scales linearly from 1 speed at water 1 to 5x speed at water level 1. Wow. The ground dries up over time. On average, it loses 1% of its current water per second. But there is some random variance to this. Maintaining a high level of water will consume much more water than maintaining a low level of water. You can use water on your plants. 1 tank of water is automatically added to your inventory every 10 seconds. Upgrading unlock watering will double the amount of water you get every 10 seconds. A tank holds 0.25 of water. Use water. Oh. Okay, folks, I think, wow, this is going to be insane. Folks, I thought we would be done with this tomorrow. But it seems like if we're going to start using water and we're going to start needing to upgrade things, we're going to need to optimize the water use and everything too. Holy moly. It's kind of fun now. I love building this kind of things. I hope you're enjoying it too. But, oof. There's more, lol. Wow. I mean, with every little bit, we get better at Python. So I think we're better at executing our ideas. All right. So anyway, we're planting pumpkins. Let's start with that. All right, seed pumpkins. All right. Pumpkins grow like carrot on tilled soil. Okay. So let's start with the plant. If ground type is not equal to soil, then you plant carrots. Okay. So we're going to start with the same thing here. If can harvest, we harvest. If great ground type is not equal to what we need, then we till. Jim, how's this drone at finding treasure? Oh. There's treasure at the end. Because folks, I know here there's this. The last thing to do, well, the nice magic dinosaur here is unlock mega farm. Unlock cost 500. Auto unlock. Automatically unlock things. Damn. Dinosaurs, majestic ancient creatures. So we need to find bones or something, or cacti. Yeah, we're gonna need to find bones, and then here it costs 100 million bones. 100 million. How are we gonna get to that? We're gonna farm dinosaurs, folks. More drones. What? We can do that? Maze with treasures in the middle. My god, folks, we're gonna spend so much time on this. You're all gonna be like cyber doctor is gonna be like cyber farmer. I didn't make that up. That's pretty good actually. Cyber farmer. Oh, we should definitely wear a hat. What are we thinking? I should go get a hat. I should go get a hat. Do we have a hat somewhere? Do I have a hat somewhere? Where can I get a hat? Where would you get a hat if you were... Where can we get a hat? We need a farmer hat. This is going to take forever. Might as well. Where can I get a hat? Panama hat. It took a while to figure out the 2 steps back the cardinal's direction loop. Rattan cowboy hat would be lit. A rattan. I mean, any kind of... Yeah. Where would I get that? Without spending a fortune. Maybe there's like a hat store, but then like it'd be maybe some kind of Chinese store would have that. I think it's some kind of Chinese store. All right. It's up to me to figure it out, folks. Unless you have really cool ideas or stores that you know in Barcelona. All right. So we get water every 10 seconds. That's really cool news. So we get 6 a minute. So we've been spending a lot of time. All right. Else plant carrots. So we're dealing here with plant pumpkins. How can we plant pumpkins? If we can't harvest a square, then we harvest a square. That makes sense. But sometimes the pumpkins are dead. When all pumpkins in a square are fully grown, they will grow together to form a giant pumpkin. Ooh, okay. Unfortunately, pumpkins have 20% chance of dying once they are fully grown, so you need to replant the dead ones if you want them to merge. Okay. How will we know if they're dead? There's no is dead variable. So I think we should assume that they're dead if time passed is beyond a certain level, no? Or how do we do this? How do we replant them? If can harvest, then this plant. Anyway, you need to change this to pumpkin. P-U-M-P can. Alright, plant pumpkin. I think this works, huh? Alright, this is main. Does main actually do anything? Main doesn't do anything. We can delete main. Plant, entities, bush, move west. Oh, this is not what we into. Bush farm. Can we just change this from to get pumpkin? It's gonna be main. This is the main one. This is not really bush farm. It's so it's carrot plus tree setup. I think there's a whole thing where you need to manage also your naming and your different files and stuff to call upon certain things. So pumpkin farming. I think we're gonna do something similar to this one. We're gonna recover the base from this one. Oh, nice, we still have another full hour, folks. It's nice to start early. From plant carrot, import plant. Okay. Plant crop. No, we want to import. We want to only import here the new variable we created, which is come back. Or come back. There we go. Which is plant pumpkins. Pumpkins. Plant pumpkins. Alright, we're going to explain this to this to this. So folks, we're going to plant pumpkins because pumpkins tend to get together well in groups of 6 by 6. And luckily for us, that's the exact size of our square. So we can just fully plant pumpkins. Let's freaking go. Main farm maze solver. Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't read the chat in a little bit. Get entity type will let you check what's under the drone. Ooh. This, I only have 3 script. Wow. Main farm and maze solver. Okay. So kind of like, this is your farm, no? This is what's equivalent to your farm. This is the main. I mean, they're pretty similar between pumpkin farming and the other one. The carrot plus tree setup. Plant pumpkins. Okay. Plant pumpkins. Is that what we're after? I think so. All right, there we go. Folks, pumpkins. They're becoming massive. Massive. Okay, some of them are bad. So what's going to happen? Oh, it starts harvesting, but then it's not super efficient. Alright, how do we know whether they're... Okay, so we're quite efficient. Because the 4x4, what does it get us? A 4x4... gets us 64 pumpkins instead of this. So here we just got a 3x3. So it gets us, okay, so we could get a lot more pumpkins if we wanted to. So I don't know if the can harvest thing is a good idea. Because then it just like kills the 1 pumpkins. It's not as efficient. And I think pumpkins are going to be quite important. We're going to need to optimize this farming. Okay, so let's pause this. We understand the problem, folks, or the challenge here. Is that we need to have a massive pumpkin and then we harvest. Does that make sense? And so Jim the Dandy told us that get entity type will let us know what it is. The thing is, what will it return here? Return! What will it return? Alright. So... what is it? Or maybe there's a tutorial on this. get entity type, get ground type, get entity type. Huh. Will it see? Get information C. It's a shame there's no big melons. The drone can see now. The function get position X and position Y. Return the current X and current and Y position of the drone. Okay, this we know this. Do a flip over, if you are over a bush, do a flip. Nice. So I'm kind of curious about what the pumpkin doesn't return anything, no? They're just, when we type entity, it's just going to return the entity name pumpkin. Bib pumpkin, good. So how do we get these pumpkins to be as big as possible? Do we just wait it out? We just kind of hope to be lucky. If it's dead, it gives entities dead pumpkin or something. Oh, okay, okay. So check entity is a good idea. Okay, so let's see it. Water level 0. And then we could water the things later on. Oh my god. All right, so get entity. So we have to get ground type, get entity type. Entities are grass. Scroll over dead pumpkin. Entities that dead pumpkin. Okay. All right, so we need to get rid of that get do harvest thing. Get do harvest thing. Okay, I have an idea. We're gonna count the number of healthy pumpkins we have. Healthy pumpkin tiles that we have. Does that make sense? And when that number is equal to 36, which is 6 by 6, we know that we have a complete pumpkin. The challenge, though, is we have to make sure that we call them unique. Wow, this is a challenge. I'm kind of repeating myself a bit. I feel like I'm always calling everything challenging. Care plus tree setup is not something that we need right now. This is our pumpkin farming main, and this is the plant current function. So plant pumpkins, we need to get rid of this if can harvest, then we harvest. We need to get ground type. If ground type, okay, this is good. Plant entities pumpkin. Then we need to check. The thing is here is going to plant pumpkin, and if it's not going to collect it, then it's going to destroy it. So we need to say if entity okay, let's go back to entities type, how you explained it. Get entity type. There's a lot of things there. Get entity type. Okay, we have it twice. Trees, we can get rid of it. Come back. There we go. Cross. Close it. All right, nice. It looks a little bit cleaner. So, scroll cursor over dead pumpkin. Yeah, you told us this a little bit ago, Jim, 3 minutes ago. If get entity types, get entity type is equal to entities dot dead pumpkin. No, where are we? If get entity is equal to entities dot dead underscore pumpkin underscore pumpkin. There we go. Then you plant pumpkin. All right, so folks, we wanna, if we do this, what is gonna happen? Let's do pumpkin farming. What's the issue? Okay. Colon. Oh wait, why is it not planting? Ah, because it doesn't plant by default. It just steals stuff. It just steals stuff. So we need to actually get you planting. Okay, so if well, I'm thinking about creating a dictionary here. Like, what if we name each tile a letter in the alphabet? But then, no, there's more than 26. We don't need to name it a letter in the alphabet. What if we do tile 1, tile 2, and then we put if... What if we made a table? We import NumPy. If get entity type is not equal to pumpkin. Yeah, this one for sure. Oh, I get the idea. I think the code is not pumpkin. If it is equal to ground soil, then we wanna plant, right? Ah, but then get ground type. Okay. This is entity type. Grounds.grassland. Grounds.soil. So what is the entity's grass for this? The entity will be empty, I guess, here, no? The entity is empty here. So if entity is empty, then we should plant, no? If get entity type does not equal to entities.pumpkin, so you want to be a bit more generic here and says if it's not equal to entities pumpkin, then we replant. I say let's try it. Okay, it's growing pumpkins. Now is it going to massacre our pumpkins? Are we going to grow a massive pumpkin here? Yes, we are. Yay, massive pumpkin. Looks like a cookie. All right, cool. All right, so now how do we make sure that we have a massive pumpkin? And that if there's a massive pumpkin, we farm it. Nice, nice. Thank you, Jim the Dandy. It's like a medium, it's like a low achievement, I want to say. How do we make sure that when we have a massive pumpkin, we harvest it? So you were right, huh? This is a good one. Entities is not pumpkin. But when the whole thing is entities a pumpkin, What I want to do is it would be awesome if the drone could remember where there are dead pumpkins and only come back to those every time. And maybe add them some water. You mentioned counting them earlier. I did mention counting them earlier. But the thing is, counting them means going back and forth. The thing is, we could do, I think there's several options that we could do here. I'm thinking about doing a, what is this? Ooh, total growth time, 1.91 seconds. When harvested gives 432. Holy moly. Your mouse will give you more fields intel on what you can't do. Entities pumpkin. Entities pumpkin growth time. Harvested total growth time. Total growth time. So some of them are faster than others. So you can harvest it here anywhere. The question is, look, if all tiles were equal, we do a count and then all 36 were equal to 100 were equal to 100, then we could farm it. Does that make sense? If all of these were equal, if we did a count that counted the number of entities at pumpkin, then there was 36 of them that did pumpkin, then we could harvest. Boom, harvest. The thing is, wouldn't it be awesome that the robot remembers? Is that overkill? Is this do the scan sweep? Exactly. But it's not the only way. It's probably the fastest. However, hover over the farmland. There's any properties you could glean. Entities at pumpkin. Growth, grown 100%. When harvested gives. And growth, grown, I think 100% is also the case for the tree one, right? Let's do carrot tree setup. We can get back to this in a second. Let's do carrot tree. So grown is also here, no? Grown 60%, 70, 80, 90, 100%. So grown is not necessarily a good value. We're running low on hay too. Let's stop this before we go broke. All right, let's go back to let's run again our pumpkin farming. So how can we make sure that we understand what are our... Wow, they all grew up healthy here. Wow, quite quick here, honestly. Quite quick. Maybe we can do the whole thing is equal to 36, but even then it may not be good. I'm really thinking how we have to do this. We have to scan and ensure there's no dead pumpkins entities. If no dead pumpkins in... I'm thinking about maybe we could start from here and then count... We insert a counter here. Plant pumpkins. We insert a counter because here we start on 0, 0. Right. But the thing is, for iron range, the thing is it runs this twice, I think, or 3 times. Because it moves north, then it moves south. Then it resets. So it moves north and then moves south. So that's the second time. It moves north and it moves south, and that's the third time. So if it scans for 3 loops in a row that there is no dead pumpkin, then we good, right? No matter where we are. If we're here, yeah, the whole thing is going to complete it. If we're going to be here, then 1, 2, and 3. So if there's 3 loops in a row where there's no dead entities, then we can go for it. We can harvest. Clear doesn't harvest. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. All right, Sick in the Mind is coming back. So, the only way we can do this is a scan sweep. I'm just reading your earlier messages. Sick in the Mind, making sure I have everything. You have to scan it and ensure there were no dead pumpkins entities. You can run a separate harvest in a new file to add, to get that pumpkin. That's true. Get pumpkin. We can start a new function that says get pumpkin. And then if for 3 loops in a row, we're able to not have a get harvest lost, then we get more. Wah. So I do this. It only does the logic for pumpkins. I wouldn't be surprised if we got more DLCs eventually on this. Plant carrot. So these two go together. Get entity, harvest. I think we're good without this one. Can I close you window? Window. Oh, I can go over there. Hee. All right. So folks, if there's people joining us right now, we're playing a game called The Farmer Was Replaced. And so it's an automation game where we have to farm using drone logic inspired, well, Python code to run this. And so now we're farming pumpkin. And the reason we want to farm, and the reason we're farm parking is we want to farm pumpkin is none of your business. No, I'm just kidding. It's not important, but we want to get as many pumpkins as possible. And the thing is, they unite all together when they are all together and when they're not dead. So we have to make sure that we get them. Hey, Scotty Brian, 1, 2, 3. Adult pumpkin have a 20% chance of death. Does this include only the 1 by 1 or also the 2 by 2 and also the 3 by 3? Right, do night. Just the 1 by 1. Yep. Just the 1 by 1. All right. So the flip gives it grow time to check to see if the growth failed. The flip's true, or we can do wait time as well. We can do wait time as well. Just, folks, I think water is going to be important later on. Fertilizer. Ooh, we can get fertilizers. Grow plants instantly. Give us some of that stuff. Items that weird substance. Nice. Fertilizers can make plants grow instantly. Use items for remaining the time of plants by the drone by 2 seconds. Reduces the remaining growing time of the plant under the drone by 2 seconds. At some time, waiting for the plants to grow is just not efficient anymore. Similar to water, you will automatically receive 1 fertilizer every 10 seconds, doubling with each upgrade. Okay, cool. Good that we bought it. Maybe we can get more upgrades? I don't know, might as well, no? Wood and then water. Okay, so we got a few upgrades of those. So we can stack these up for later. Cool. So fertilizer and water are all great benefits. So we are gonna keep figuring out. Ooh. I think there was only a wait for drone function. I think there is a wait function. There is a wait time. There is a wait function. Break, maybe? No. First credit. No, load backups. Debug, expand 2. Grass has variables, watering. It's a 1 second pause. Oh, we can align them. All right, so. We need to, okay. I'm gonna trust myself. I'm going to say plant pumpkins. And we're going to do plant pumpkins. We're going to go in this loop. And for every loop here, we're going to do a was there. I want to set up a variable that says, was there a dead pumpkin? So in this loop, while plant pumpkin for I in range, move north, plant pumpkin, move east, plant pumpkins. So here in each tile, I want you to check dead pumpkin. We should define a function that says this. Yeehaw, Brooke! You are... No, yeah, it's a bit late for you. It is 7 hours, midnight 20. Yeehaw, but good to see you. Good to see you, Brooke. We're farming today. We're farming, and you're a commodities broker. You should be proud of this. Look, we're farming hay. Come on, that's like everyone hydrate but me. I drank too much water during my workout and threw up. Oh man. Oh, you threw up drinking. Oh, yeah. Hydrating is important, but I think you Americans overdo it. You made room for more. What the fuck's sick in the mind? It fits your username, huh? Def. Alright. Drink up. Oh la 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 la. Def. Alright, def get plant. Alright, what do we want? We get only def was dead pumpkin. Does it take an argument? Then I think we should do we should check for dead at each square that we have. So there's the first square. Dead pumpkin, and then we take here it's dead. I'm gonna say it was. I think it's is dead pumpkin, and the is dead pumpkin is dead pumpkin. Maybe we can put it into the plant pumpkins piece. Actually makes sense because we're gonna do it every time because we're gonna plant some every time. So we should do it there. Is dead pumpkin. You're right. Okay, so Brooke, and for everyone that's joining recently, we're doing some pumpkin farming. It's a Python automation game, and we want to make sure, and let's just run the script again, pumpkin farming. It's going to cost them some carrots. That's okay. It's a game where we want to make sure, plant pumpkins. Okay, is dead pumpkin. Okay, shoot. Let's just do this. I'm going to show you real quick. This, we play. Oh, fudge. Okay, can't show you. Not going to start everything. So we want to make sure that there's no dead pumpkins. So we're going to run a scanner in each of these tiles that's going to tell us whether there's a dead pumpkin or not. All right, def is dead pumpkin. I mean, the condition of 36 in a row that are also dead pumpkins also works. Because if there's 36 in a row, if our bot just goes... And then there's 36 in a row that are real pumpkins, then it's farming time. What happens if they're all dead pumpkins? Then they get replanted. If the entity type is not equal to entities.pumpkin, then we replant them. Not dead pumpkins, we replant them. So this is solved. So we want to make sure that there's no dead pumpkins, and then we harvest. Is dead pumpkin. So we define a new variable that is dead or healthy pumpkin is that how you spell pumpkin? Yeah. Count is equal to 0 if entity type is equal to entities pumpkin, you're gonna add a 1 to healthy pumpkin count. Oh no. To healthy pumpkin count equals +1. Does that make sense? If healthy pumpkin type, if healthy pumpkin count is equal to 36, then we harvest. All right, folks. I think this makes sense. And then we get ground tap and then we start over. All right, this looks good, folks. Vamos. Oh, there was a syntax error. Import plant pumpkins. What's the issue? From plant carrot. Yeah, import plant pumpkins. Did I spell it differently? Pumpkins, plant. The imported module has a syntax error. Oh, okay, harvest. All right, vamonos. Let's see, folks. Ay, error. Healthy pumpkin count. Try to read variable a healthy pumpkin count before a value was assigned to it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, this is the issue with having dead, this is the issue with globals and stuff like this. Why is this one growing slower than this one? Is there some variability, some variance in how long they take to grow? I think there might be. Healthy pumpkins count is missing the Y. Oh, you're right. But then if we, there's an issue here. Is that healthy pumpkin count is equal to 0. So every time we run this, then we set it back to 0. So it's kind of useless. But you're right that it was missing a Y, so thank you for that. I think the healthy pumpkin count should go should be if ground type is not is the dead pumpkin, then this is equal to 0. Yeah, I think it works. I think it works. If entities.dead pumpkin dead pumpkin if get entity type is equal to this, then I want you to reset the counter to 0. And it will become a dead pumpkin eventually. The thing is, if it's equal to entities.pumpkin. No, this is good. This is not an n equal. It's an equal, a regular equal. Right? If get entity type is equal to entities.pumpkin, then the healthy pumpkin count is equal to 1. Okay, this should be better. Pumpkin farming. Let's see it. There's an error here. Yep. Colon missing again. If healthy pumpkin count is equal to 36. Yeah, I think we were struggling here, folks, with defining functions. Can we make it global or something? We need to define healthy pumpkins as global, no? Healthy pumpkin counts should be made as a global. How can I make something a global, folks? Healthy pumpkin count should be made global. I'm gonna go on the side and here and ask ChatGPT, because I think it can be done. How can I make a very oopsie, need to sign in. Que palo. All right, ChatGPT. Healthy, okay. How do I make a variable global in Python? Let's see if this will solve all our issues. Let's see. Def show print x works fine. If you need to modify a global variable inside a function, use the global keyword inside that function. All right, I'm gonna share this with ChatGPT, folks. The code, and ask it how I can make the healthy pumpkins count. Not sure if anyone told us. No one's chatted about this. The healthy pumpkins count global. I am having issues with global pumpkin count. File 1, and here over here we say file 2. Just gonna ask for a little hint here. File 2. No, you're not gonna see the answer. It's okay. I think it's okay. You can pass on this. I'm having issues with global pumpkin count. Or healthy pumpkin count. How can I make this count be more be consistent? All right, let's see. I'll just type in this. Let's see what happens. Define the variable at level module top of file. Okay, healthy pumpkin count is equals 0. You can do that. So, yeah, they're suggesting here to say healthy pumpkin count is equal to 0 here, just in general. Inside function, declare global. Okay, def is dead pumpkin. Healthy pumpkin count. Okay, and then we say here global healthy pumpkin count. All right, healthy pumpkin count. Def is dead pumpkin. Global healthy pumpkin count. Sounds good, no? Let's see what happens, folks. Okay, we have this random thing. Does it... Sets the cuts +1 every time. Okay, so there's an issue also here. Plus equal to 1. It's plus equal 1. Plus equal. Folks, we made so many mistakes. Locals variable. So healthy pumpkin count. Alright, let's see. Okay, keeps on going, so that's really good. So now it's replacing the different dead pumpkins. Oh no, it farmed. Why did it farm? Because 36 pumpkin in a row were... Oh no. Doesn't give enough time to grow. Nice, finally does it. Okay, so there's a bit of inconsistencies here. We're doing pretty good, though. Because sometimes it collects the big fat ones. And sometimes it doesn't, because there's 36 in a row. I mean, it does a pretty decent job consistently doing it. See, here it's gonna start farming too early. Yep, see, it's gonna start... Why are you no longer farming? Because it probably went over 36 now. No? If healthy is over... I'm gonna say over... There might be issues here. We might say over 40, no? To give a little bit of a margin. Over 39. So 40 and above. Let's see what this will do. Play. Alright. Cool. Oh, sorry, folks. I've been... Oh, sorry. Jim the Dandy. Sorry, I haven't seen your messages. You need to reset the count when you find a dead pumpkin to 0. Yes, of course. Well... So what is it happening here, as distracting as it is? If get ground type is not equal to this. If get entity is dead pumpkin, the healthy count is 0. So yeah, we have that already, Jim. So whenever there's a healthy pumpkin count, whenever there's a dead pumpkin, we reset that to 0. So here is going to need to go back here in order to do it. Yep, makes sense. Cool, I think it works. But I don't know, sometimes it just farms a bit randomly, no? No! Starts farming. No. It's a little bit inconsistent, but for the most part it works. It could still be a little bit optimized. But overall, pretty damn efficient. No! All should have been done was waiting a little bit longer. I think, folks, if we were really to try hard this game, we could make a function that finds the optimal time to wait here in general. So we let it run for 10 minutes and then... So yeah, see, you gotta give time to purge, to grow and merge, exactly. Also, when you harvest, you need to recount this when you harvest. Oh, you're right. A healthy pumpkin count. Yeah, because then you plant. And what actually, it's okay, it resets because... actually, no, you're right. Could this be bugging it? Just tell it to do 3 flips before harvest. No. I mean, I could also increase this. This will increase waiting time as well. 44. But yeah, as I said, like, if we harvest, the way we harvest, what happens? Global healthy pumpkin count. If get entity type is equal to entities that are pumpkin. Then healthy count is equal to 0. That's, you're right. I think we need to set harvest healthy pumpkin count to 0 after that. I think this is also going to help. Okay, this. All right, let's see it. All right, we're also out of carrots. Yup. Okay, let's see if we can get a big, massive one before. All right. Oh no, one of them failed. What are we gonna do? I think it's never gonna harvest. It's never gonna harvest. No, no, no. All right. So let's run the carrot plus tree setup. Carrot plus tree. There we go. Now we're gonna be wealthy again. Okay, we don't have bushes though. Okay, we can maybe make our farm bigger. I think it's time to upgrade. Our bushes are running dangerously low. Polyculture. Plant type XY get companion. Use companion planting to increase the yield. Okay, so we'll see about this later. What we want right now is to maybe increase the size of our farm. 1K. We have 4K, so that's okay. Next is 8K. So folks, what I want to do... Oh, nice. Wait, and we also have bushes? Oh, that's really good. The fuck? No, cancel. This is really good. We had bushes at one point too. How come we had bushes? Ah, we had bushes because we increased the size, I think, at one point, but then it ultimately recovered. Okay, we have 20 more minutes, folks. We have 20 more minutes. I think... Okay, let's think a bit. How many squares do we have in total? We have 64. So if we wanted pumpkins, which I think we do right now. Okay, we're really low on hay. I think we need to do a little bit of hay farming. And what will happen if we do pumpkin farming right now? Oh, pumpkin farming? Plant crop? Wait. Oh no, we're still doing this. I want to do this. I think we should, when we do pumpkin farming, we should limit ourselves to... I don't know, I'm not sure how it's going to work here on an 8x8 square. Might start, okay, here it's saw dead pumpkin. Okay, I think here it's going to start. Okay. Wow, we got a 4x4 one, 8x8 one. How many pumpkins was that? I think there's no more bonuses after 6x6. Nice. Well, it's really fun to see. Alright, folks, and we're officially out of bushes. Maybe we can set up some bush farming right now. Alright, so we have tree, pumpkin farming. We have for the different crops, different setup here. And so for sick in the mind, just tell it to do 3 flip before harvest. Just for sick in the mind, I was saying, hey, you should do based on your levels to set it. I think it makes sense. It's just that we have to, based on levels. I think we can just run different skips based on what we need. What is this? Okay, I don't know what it is. So this we're gonna do bush farming. We're gonna call it bush farming here. Control X. Okay. Bush farming. Bush farming, and we're gonna get inspired from this. Import. Plant. Pumpkins. Plant hay. It's not bush actually, it's hay. Hay farming. Plant. Hay. Plant hay, and then we clear. Then we plant hay here. And we put plant hay here. And plant hay. Works no. All right, Jim, gotta rest up. I'll catch you tomorrow. Awesome stream. Nice, wonderful. Thanks for being here, Jim. So I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna do more farming. Hey, thanks again for recommending this game, huh? It's really, really cool. All right, plant hay, plant hay. So every time we plant hay here, folks. And the plant hay is a reminder, if it can harvest, it will harvest. Oh, okay, that makes sense because hay will set up naturally. But maybe we should do a... If ground type is equal to soil, then we should... Is not equal to soil, is equal to soil. Then we till. Alright, that makes sense, no? Alright, vamos. Bush farming. We farming. Like there's no tomorrow. Alright, in the meantime, we can figure out some upgrades. Bushes for 12,000. To double the yield. My god, it goes fast. Expand. Hmm. 3.2k for more water. We enjoy that. Alright, so I think we can start using water. We can check out a little bit of information. We're going to need to finish the stream in 15 minutes, folks. Okay, so we have the general information here. We can move this, and while it farms, we can just keep on chilling. I think I opened the window a lot of times. Alright. Hay farming. Hey, we've gone a pretty long way since yesterday, I feel. Alright, so this is good. This is good, and I want to check out plant farming, hay farming. What did we want to see? We wanted to see... What did we want to see? We wanted to do we wanted to see what about fertilizers and water and everything like that. So we have a better idea of what we want to do tomorrow. So plants grow faster when they're watered. The ground has a water level ranging from 0 to 1. But the thing is, we don't really need... for the most part, we don't really need water, I feel. Because I learned this in operations class. In operations, you're told that there's such a thing as the bottleneck. Do you understand, like, the concept? I think it's pretty commonly understood. Just that it's the idea that whatever is fastest Or whatever's slowest is the one that's the whole thing that's slowing the process. And the whole thing that's slowing the process is the drone. I think, however, we can use water, for instance, for pumpkin farming. Because when there's pumpkin farming, we don't have to wait as long for the dead pumpkins. Does that make sense? Because the issue with pumpkin farming is that we're wasting a lot of time in keeping alive certain pumpkins. Oh my god, makes little sense. We're losing a lot of time just going over pumpkins that are already alive, and all of this because we're waiting on 2 or 3 or 4 pumpkins that are in need of water. Does that make sense? Or that are in need of like, let's grow, you know? So I think it would make sense to, all right, let's pause this. I think we have plenty of stuff. Hay farming. All right, good. We have this. We've been farming hay, so that's really good. And now I say we edit our code to be a bit more tolerant towards for pumpkin farming if at one point a need to, it's gonna be a pumpkin that needs, oh my god, I'm struggling so much to explain. If there is at one point a dead pumpkin that is replanted and we want it to be faster, then we can water it. But the thing is, the drone, regardless, will go around all the time everywhere. So this is why fertilizers might be a good option, because I think fertilizers are immediate. Fertilizers. Use item fertilizers. Reduce the remaining time under the drone by 2 seconds. This has some side effects. Plant grow will be infected. Ooh. When a plant is infected, half its yield is turned into items that weird substance when harvested. Weird substance can be used to plant. We use on plants which have the effect of toggling the infected status of the plant and all adjacent plants. So you can use item substances on an infected plant. It will cure it. But if you use it on a healthy plant, it will infect it. Oh shit. If you use it on an infected plant that has healthy neighbors, it will cure the plant but infect the neighbors and vice versa. Ay, ay, ay. Fertilizers can make your plants grow. It's pretty challenging, no? It's like, it's got a different side effect. So, this has some side effects. Plants grown with fertilizer will be infected. When a plant is infected, half its yield is turned into items that weird substance when it's harvested. Weird substance can be used on plants, which has the effect of toggling the infected status of the plant and adjacent plants. So if you call use items, item weird substance on an infected plant, it will cure it, but it will use a healthy plant. But on a healthy plant, it will infect it. Okay. I want to see carrot and tree setup. I'm gonna minimize this fertilizer. Why did I want to see carrots and tree setup? Stop this. Carrots and tree setup. Okay, there we go. The reason I want to see this is to see if there's a growing status. Is there a grown status? Can we, for instance, senses? Okay. Okay, get entity types, number of items. How many of that items do you have? Okay. Num items is how we get it. Okay, get entity types. So this we get carrots a bit and wood. Well, we get so much of it. So, So, I don't know if we can get a growing status thing. Get world size, get water. Move, harvest. Print, quick print, range string, till, use item. Okay, use item is for everything like that. Okay, ground type. Wood, water. Ugh. You want, okay, watering. So water will just returns the water level. The growth speed of a plant scales linearly from 1x speed at water to 5x speed at water level 1. That's really cool. The ground dries up over time. On average, it loses 1% of its water per second. There's some random variance to this. Okay, this is the variance part. Okay, and pumpkins, how long do they take to harvest? The reason why I'm asking all these questions is because we need to do some math to understand whether something are absolutely bound. When all pumpkins in a square are fully grown, they will grow together to form a giant pumpkin. Unfortunately, pumpkins have a chance, okay. Do we know how long they take to grow? We don't know. We don't know how long they take to grow. We don't really know how long they take to grow. This one grows in 6.67. This one goes in 599. Total growth time. Oh, this one's 526, 21. So there is variance in how long they take to grow. 671, 639. Do we want to try to use water? But the thing is, water won't change anything about that. Water won't change anything. We have 18k here. Water won't help improve anything because we're already growing. Like, we can make it grow faster, but our drone will still be waiting for it to do anything. 9k for more fertilizer. Sunflower. Unlock cost. Sunflowers. Sunflowers collect the power of the sun. You can harvest that power. Planting them works exactly like planting carrots or pumpkins. Harvesting a grown sunflower yields power. If there are at least 10 sunflowers on the par and you harvest the one with the largest number of petals, you get 8 times more power. Okay? If you harvest a sunflower while there is another sunflower with more petals, the next sunflower you harvest will also give you the normal amount of power. Okay, so you really need to do the one with the maximum number of petals. Holy moly. And so what does the power do? Several sunflowers can have the same number of petals, so there's also several sunflowers with the largest number of petals. In this case, it doesn't matter which of them you harvest. Several have the same number of petals, so there is also several sunflowers with the largest number of petals. In this case, it doesn't matter which one you harvest. Okay. As long as you have the power, the drone will make it run twice as fast. Oh, it consumes watt power every 30 actions. As long as you have power, the drone will use it to run twice as fast. It consumes 1 power every 30 actions. Like moves, harvest, and plants. Okay. Like moves, harvest, plants. Okay. Executing other code statements can also use power, but a lot less than drone actions. Okay. In general, everything that is sped up by speed upgrades is also sped up by power. Ooh. Scott saying a message. If you water after you replant a dead pumpkin, the 5 times growth should let you rest. Retest and replant it immediately before moving to the next grid, no? Maybe. This is why you should only have to do the whole grid once. That would be amazing. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, we would. It would be. It's a really good idea because 5 times is a lot. Because I think pumpkins take something like 6 seconds. So it could be nice. I think we'd have to experiment a bit. Well, but I think the setup that we currently have isn't too bad. I think the setup we have isn't too bad. I think we're gonna dedicate it 6x6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x6. And then we're gonna do some power. And then we're gonna do some trees and stuff like this here. Or whatever we need. But I think the power thing is gonna be pretty important. Sunflowers. So let's get back. Sunflowers, fertilize power. Sunflowers. So we always have to take the one with the most petals. If there's at least 10 flowers on the farm and you harvest the one with the largest number of petals, you get 8 times more power. You harvest a sunflower, there's another sunflower with more petals, the next sunflower you harvest will also give you the normal amount of power, not the 8-time bonus. Okay. So Scott, it's a very good point. I think we can optimize the farm a ton as well by using this power thing, because it uses 10 things. And I think it's something that we might have all the time, just because it makes sense. If you can, if for the price of 10 tiles you get twice the work speed for the robot, for the bot, then it makes a lot of sense. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just by using this, we could power the whole thing. And also, oh, it's 8 a.m. I need to go. And also, if there is can we measure power? Can power be measured? Obtained by harvesting sunflower, that automatically uses its move twice as fast. You have 0. Is it something that can be saved for later? Oh my god. I think what makes most sense is really to create a matrix. A matrix? A matrix? I think matrix is multiple. A matrix and then keep count of whichever one has the most petals. Items that power should have a count? I like that idea. How can I make sure? There's an item one. Use item. Built-in functions. Items that power. Yeah, because it's just like this, no? Even then, maybe this should have one. What are these? It's entities. Entities. Sunflower. Sunflower collects power from the sun. Harvesting them will give you items that power. Yeah, you got it. If you harvest a sunflower with a maximum... Okay, plant costs 1 carrot. Base grows... Okay, nice. Grows between 5.6 and 8.9. Okay. And now let's check out the pumpkins. It doesn't say the base production. Okay, there it is. Between 0.2 and 3.8. So yeah, Scott, you're right. That we could water it. If we divide this time by 5, 3.8 divided by 5 would be... It's almost 4. 4 divided by 5 is 0.8. So if we wait 0.8 times, we're guaranteed to have 0.8 seconds. We're guaranteed to have a fully grown pumpkin. So I think the water is also a thing to explore. Folks, we're going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm telling you, I love this game. And this is going to help us script, which is my favorite type of hacking, scripting. When you automate stuff and it works really cool. So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And I hope you enjoy it. I mean, if you're still here, you probably do. Folks, let's save this game. Saved, and then we quit. Oh. Overall chill. I want this game in C#. You want to die. Yeah, it's a really good game. It's a really good game in C sharp. Yeah. I mean, for what you could probably make it. You can surely make it if you can make it in Python. Maybe they're gonna come out with more functions for it, more games around it. Let's see. Are they gonna have? I kind of want to check out Steam and see if they're gonna do anything about it. Not Steam setup. No. Steam. Open. And on the other end, I would like to have. Steam Boris. Okay. Ooh, someone followed. Hey, Scott O'Brien. Scott O'Brien. Oh, it's a hard one to pronounce. I'll call you Scott. That's cool with you. Thank you very much for joining. Awesome having you. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just gonna check out here, folks, on Steam if there's anything that that is new. Is like, oh, people are tryharding. I'll share screen with you. Scene. Maybe I can make a new one or whatever. Scene plus whole computer. Can I make this? Display capture. Right screen. This one, I think. Okay, cool, you got it. Oh yeah, it's a bit, now you see my Twitch name, my Steam name. I think that's okay. The firmware was replaced. My god, Maze rebuilding. I just wanted to see if there was any expansions upon it. Alright, we're a bit low. Simulation update. So really, they haven't had too many updates since 2025. I guess a little bit. Quality of life update and leaderboard rebalance. Updates at leaderboard balancing, major QOL features, bug fixes, and strategy tweaks. The farmer was replaced, marks 2 months since 1.0 and 20% off until Jan 5th. So yeah, we paid a bit more. Nice. I want to see what's our rarest achievement. Leaderboards, farm 1000 woods. 45 players have gotten it. What are the rarest ones? 71s. Run your first program. Do a flip. Cause a runtime error. Okay. Plant a tree. Only 37% of people have made it through there. My god. That's the one? That's the one we did most? Alright, what's the next achievement? Plant a pumpkin. We didn't get that? Yeah, pet the piggy. Just do that. Sunflower, mud farm. Water the entire farm above water level above 0.5. Nice. Farm, 1000 power. Cactus farmer, 1000 and okay. Dinosaur, equip the dinosaur hat. Oh my god. Healer, cure an infected plant. Bone farmer, 1000 bones. Chaos, master flip. Long dinosaur. Have a long dinosaur that fills the entire farm. My god. Big power. 100,000 farmer. Swan. 32 drones at once. You can do that. Giant pumpkin. Harvest a 30 by 2 by 32 pumpkin. My god. Stack overflow. Cause a stack overflow. Isn't this a thing in hacking too? Oh, you don't even see me anymore. Wrong order. Sort a full field of cacti the wrong way around. 1 billion wood. Get a dinosaur length to... Okay. I think when you have a lot more drones, then it makes sense to use fertilizers and stuff like this. What's now? Unlock everything. Competitive farming. Get on the leaderboard. Hay master. Farm 200 million hay in 1 minute. What the fuck? Pumpkin master. Farm 20 million pumpkins in 1 minute. Wooden master. Farm 1 million wood in 1 minute. 1 billion wood. Maze Master farm 2 million gold in 1 minute. Full automation. Get the full reset leaderboard. Oh, wow. Folks, it's such a good game. Love it. We're back. Let me just check if we have someone to raid. I'm going to go infosec the stream. And then we're going to see there's only your cyber doctor here. There's only your cyber doctor. Folks, thank you very much for joining. If you want to follow, if you want to be sure that you are up to date with everything that we do, please please leave a follow. Leave a follow. And yeah, I'll see you very soon, which is tomorrow in 22 hours. A little bit less even. So awesome having you. Thanks a ton. Scotta O'Brien, thank you very much for following, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Your advice was really helpful. And yeah, for all those that were just chilling in the background, please feel free to chill or talk, whatever you want for on the next stream. It was lovely having you as well. Thanks a ton, folks. Take care. See you tomorrow.